We're going to have a look in a little bit more detail of the scorpion chest release, scorpion chest opener. And so for us to do that, we're going to need a little bit of props. So bolster important, and then also another block as well. Now we're going to open out through the right side of the chest first. So block comes to the left side of the mat, and then you're going to place the bolster in between the inner thigh like so. So you're just lying on your side. Now from here, you can kind of twist your chest a little bit down towards the ground, and you're going to bring your right elbow out to the side of the right shoulder, and right side of the face is coming down onto the ground. Now the block will then chock underneath that left shoulder, and hand just comes underneath the block like so. Now the sensation is going to be all through the front of the chest, and this is going to be getting into our pec major or pec minor. Now there are going to be a little subtle differences of whether or not the elbow is bent or the arm is straight. So we have to just look at a couple of little things with that first. So if you have your elbow down below your shoulder like here, and then you bring your arm back behind you, you're going to get a little bit of sensation through the chest. And then if you lift your elbow up a little bit more, sort of above that shoulder, and then bring it back, you're going to get a bit more of a broad sensation. Now your arm right now is in a slightly externally rotated position. So again, if we look at our arms, that's external rotation. It's kind of more a neutral position, but we're forcing it into external rotation as much as we can, and then we're not allowing it to internally rotate. So if we had the hand come down like so, it would be more of an internal rotation. Feel into the clavicle and just underneath it, there's all these fibers of the pec major. Lift your elbow up a little bit, and then bring the hand up into that external rotation. You can start to feel some of these upper fibers of pec major getting a little bit of release. So position the elbow to feel that. Now, if you have the arm straight, then you kind of miss out on this, because it's very easy to internally rotate the arm when you're doing that. So it's the added benefit of having the elbow bent. You get in those upper fibers of the pec major. Now with the arm straight, you can more target through your pec minor as well, because you can get that exact positioning. But then also, as the arm goes back behind you, you can start to get this sensation through the bicep and the anterior deltoid as well. So then this can be a position that could open out through your lung, your large intestine, anterior deltoid. But because it's going through the bicep and then it's going through the pec minor, it's particularly focusing on the pericardium. So the elbow bent, pec major, a little bit into pec minor as well. So that's going to be mainly lung, and then heart a little bit as well with the elbow bent. And this is one of those ones we have to squint your eyes a little bit, just because the heart goes from the axilla and all the way just to the top of the funny bone just in there. So you're going to get that as well. Arm straight, it's going to get into your pericardium, and then with the anterior deltoid a little bit into your large intestine and lung as well. Now compression points in this one, so you might have something in the back of the shoulder. Most of this, not really. You might have something up here as well, and then it'll just be repositioning the elbow until you don't feel that anymore. With the elbow down, coming back, compression points is actually with a lot of flesh in between your upper arm bone and your latissimus. And so you're just pressing one bone into each other with a lot of flesh in between. I mean, all skeletal compression has flesh in between, but then with the elbow coming back like that, that's more what's restricting you more than anything, rather than anything at the front of the body more than anything. That's going to be your scorpion chest release.